Friends! So in today's video I want to talk to you guys about vaginal steaming, what it is, how it works, and what my personal experience has been with it. So basically I had never ever heard about vaginal steaming before, but through a long story, I ended up finding out about it, and I also found out that people do that as well in Somalia, and that's where my mom is from. So when I found out about that, I felt very connected to it, and I felt like it was something that my ancestors practiced, and I wanted to learn more about it so that I could help myself in healing my menstrual cycle, as well as help my clients and the women around me. So I studied it through steamychick.com, through Kelly Garza, and I absolutely love it throughout my own journey with using steaming and just helping women learn more about it, and just to kind of provide support to women who want to try it for themselves. I also was able to create 4 different herbal blends, and now I make my own handmade wooden steam stools. So all of these are available in my Etsy shop. But just to kind of explain how you can do steaming for yourself at home and just kind of like how the setup works. So basically you would take a pot, a small little pot, and you would put about 3 cups or so of water. So this pot is pretty small, as you can see. It's like, I can hold it in my hands, it's pretty small. So usually I do about like 3 cups of water. And then you'll take your herbal blend. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. Each blend is a bit different, but this one, you can see there's some roses in there. They smell super, super great. And they are all very, very relaxing. And that's one of the great benefits about vaginal steaming. They are, like just doing the practice of vaginal steaming is super, super relaxing. So you'll put about a spoonful of your herbal blend into the pot of water, and you can prepare it on your stove. So you'll just boil it for a bit, just like you're making herbal tea, really. And so then that way the herbal properties are able to be boiled into the water. And then what you'll do is you will just take your pot of herbs. You can actually transfer it into another pot so that it's not hot and you're not worried about burning yourself. So you can pour it into like another bowl, for example, and you'll place it underneath your steam stool. So you just have it on the ground, and then that way you'll just be able to sit above the steam stool. Now there are ways to do vaginal steaming without a stool if that's something that you don't have available to you. But basically what you would do is you would have your bowl or your pot of steaming herbs, and you will just kneel above it. So you'll have the pot in between your 2 legs, and you can just kneel above it, and you can cover yourself with a blanket to keep the steam concentrated. Same with when you're sitting on the stool. Sometimes it's comfortable and just, you know, cozy, relaxing when you're able to just have a blanket around your waist. And so that's what I do personally. But there are so many benefits. So basically, as you're sitting above the steam, and this should never ever be too hot. I know that that's like the first thing usually people bring up to me is like, well, is it painful because of the steam? And it's not at all. You can think about like if you're drinking some herbal tea and you just put your hand above the herbal tea, like the steam of it. It's just warm. It feels nice. It feels like gentle. It's just warm, kind of like a shower. So it's just very relaxing. But as you're sitting above it, the herbal properties in the steam are able to actually soften the vaginal space, and the properties of the herbs are able to be absorbed and taken into the uterus. And so that is how then the medicinal properties, as well as the warmth and the circulation that you receive from the steam, is able to actually affect the uterus. And so that's how steaming can be very helpful for a lot of vaginal and just gynecological reproductive health issues. And so it can be super helpful for regulating periods, for taking care of infections like UTIs, for example. It can be helpful for even more like extreme or advanced issues. So it could be helpful for things like infertility, PCOS, endometriosis. It can be helpful for fibroids and cysts. It can be helpful with so many different things because it's just directly affecting the uterus, and it's helping the uterus to fully cleanse. And so one question that people commonly ask is, well, isn't the uterus self-cleansing? And yes, the uterus is self-cleansing, but it's helpful to use tools and therapies such as vaginal steaming because sometimes the uterus does need a little bit of help. So for example, just like the colon, the colon is self-cleansing, but sometimes people get constipated. The nasal passages are self-cleansing, we normally are able to cleanse our nose, but sometimes it gets stuffy, and so we need to do different things to help support ourselves through that, and that's why vaginal steaming, it's just super handy. Another thing I love about it is it's all natural. All of my herbal blends are organic. It's just a natural process. You're using water and herbs, and steam and herbs, and so it's something that is a way that you can help yourself heal within your own home, in the privacy of your own home. And I just love that because especially as women, if we're able to do stuff like this for ourselves, we're able to witness a change in our health, and that ends up being so, it helps us feel so powerful. For me to say that I used vaginal steaming and I used different types of natural healing methods to regulate my cycle, that makes me feel very happy because I was able to witness that journey for myself. So just a little bit about my own story and how I've used vaginal steaming in my life. So you guys may know my background, but ever since I was younger, ever since I can remember from the beginning of having my period has always been very irregular, super painful, painful to the point that it was debilitating. I couldn't stand, couldn't walk, it was very difficult. I would even have times where I would faint or throw up, come close to fainting. I would, all that kind of stuff because the pain was just so intense. So, and I just thought that was normal. I thought some people had it that way, some people didn't. Some people were just lucky and they just didn't deal with pain. But it's actually not normal, and it's actually an imbalance and something that is happening in your body, and a way that your body is telling you, hey, I need some help, I need some support. And so basically, my periods were very irregular and very painful. So sometimes I would skip months, or my period would be 2 weeks late for no reason. And, no reason, but it's because my body needed me to support it. And so basically, I was able to commit to a steam plan. So I created a steam plan for myself where there were specific days of my cycle that I would steam before my period and after my period. And then after doing that, and sticking to that steam plan for 3 months, by the 3rd month, my period came on time. It also came without any pain whatsoever, which is an absolute miracle for me. It was so amazing for me to just see that I had, my period came and I didn't have any symptoms, any negative discomfort, anything like that. It was so, I was tearing up because it was so powerful for me. And so, I definitely recommend looking into steaming if you're somebody who has any type of cycle irregularities or any types of reproductive menstrual cycle health challenges. And if you are interested, I will just kind of describe what each of these herbal blends are for. Again, they're all available in my Etsy shop. So this one is one that helps with cleansing the uterus. So it's for people, I'll just read the description for you. So it says a circulatory blend dedicated to women who experience painful periods, PMS, irregular periods, and menstrual cycles that are 30 days or longer. So if you have a cycle that is your period is coming every 30 days, this would be a great blend for you. It definitely helps. This is the blend that I use personally for myself. And then this blend here is called Nourish. It is a very gentle blend, so it's for women whose periods come at 28 days or sooner than that. And so it's a gentle and nurturing blend dedicated to women who experience heavy periods, anemia, uterine fatigue, and then the women who have cycles that come 28 days or sooner. Now this one here is actually my most popular blend. It's called Purify, and it is basically dedicated to women who experience infections. So it says a disinfecting blend dedicated to women who struggle with infections, bacterial vaginosis, and irregular discharge. So with irregular discharge, if your discharge is yellow or green or even thick and white, if it's anything that is not clear, then that could be a sign that you are tending towards a infection, or that may be something that you would deal with. So this is a perfect blend to use for that. And then this last one, the fourth one, is called Soothe, and basically it's helpful for women who have kind of like menopausal symptoms. So hot flashes, night sweats. It's also helpful for vaginal dryness, and it just helps to cool down the body. And then if you're interested in gifting yourself a steam stool, I have these in my Etsy shop as well. They're very light, they ship great, and it's easy because it's just, you know, pretty small, so you're able to kind of store it in a nice cozy corner, and then you can use it whenever you need to. So thank you guys very much. If you have any questions about this, if you're interested in having one-on-one support, you can click on my website. I have all of my information in the description box with my Etsy shop. I have my website where I take consultations. So if you're interested, you can just schedule a consultation with me through there. And then I also have something very exciting to share with you guys. So this coming Monday will be February 18th. I am offering a free class on Ayurveda. So it's called Ayurveda, A Beautiful Guide to Effective Self-Care. And so it's going to be talking about how Ayurveda can help us take care of ourselves. And so it's going to be really exciting. I'm super, super pumped. I can't wait. It's going to be really fun as well. So please do click on the link. It's going to be in my description box where you can just click on there and register for the class. And if you're not able to attend live, I'm going to send out the recording to everyone afterwards. So please do register for that. I am very, very excited, and hopefully you guys will see me in a video again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.